Hello, I'm live. Welcome. I'm going to cleanse the energy as usual. As you walk into the room, I'm going to center myself. Beautiful flame. And I'm just going to close my eyes and take a deep breath. If you're here with me, I invite you to do the same. Take a deep breath, deep into your lungs. And exhale. Another deep breath into the lungs, expanding the belly. Exhaling. My intention today is to be a conduit of love and healing. May I be able to speak from my heart. May I be able to be a channel of love. May you be able to receive whatever it is that you need from this session and to let go of whatever is no longer serving you. Let's take a deep breath together and release. Another deep breath and release. And as my eyes are closed and yours too, I'm inviting you to make an intention for this moment and allow yourself to be present with whatever is coming up for you. To be present with your body, with your heart, with your mind. And allow yourself to receive. Taking a deep breath. And releasing. And opening the eyes. Welcome. Hola, mi amores. ¿Cómo están? Welcome to another Monday meditation. Today is the 5th week of the self-love series. We're going to be speaking about self-responsibility. I cannot believe it's been 5 weeks, but we are moving strong, and I hope that you are enjoying this journey with me. I am certainly having fun and enjoying meditating with all of you, and I just want to say thank you to the ones of you who join me every Monday or Wednesdays in Spanish, and for the beautiful messages that I'm receiving, that the meditations are helpful, that you are enjoying the journey and you are deepening your self-love and releasing what no longer serves you. So this is why I do what I do. And here we are. My name is Isaura, if you don't know me, and I am a spiritual psychologist and the founder and creator of the ISA Formula, which is a healing system to help you align with your soul purpose so you can heal and live the life that you came here to live. So if you decide that you want to join me on this journey, I am excited and I'm inviting you to this room because today we are going to look at those parts of you that you are not taking responsibility for. When we are speaking about self-love, we need to be honest, and we have spoken about that in previous series and previous sessions, but especially for today is looking at those parts that we are avoiding, that we don't want to look at, and the parts that we are blaming. When we speak about self-love, we need to be responsible of the love that we want to feel. We cannot give the responsibility to someone else. We cannot make someone else responsible for loving us or for making us feel loved, because that's when we start feeling lack, and that's when we start blaming other people. So the invitation today is for you to look at those parts of you that you are not taking responsibility, the ones that you are expecting others to either make you feel or fix for you, and how can you now take responsibility for those things? How can you take responsibility for your own love and for feeling loved? Because the moment that we decide, I want to take responsibility for my happiness, I want to take responsibility for my self-love, that is the moment that we can start cultivating the love within us. And we stop seeking outside of us what is already with us. So if you want to, let me put this away, follow me on this journey, I advise you to take pen and paper and join me on this exercise. And it's looking at the parts that you are blaming others for in your life. What are those little things that you are blaming others? I am not happy because such and such is doing this, or I'm not happy because I am missing this or that. I want you to look at those things, because that's when you can start to have the awareness, as we spoke last week, of where you can start taking responsibility. And where are you avoiding? So for the first step of this journey today, I'm inviting you to make a list of the things that you are avoiding. What are those things that you are not looking at? Because either they're tedious, they're painful, and you're just avoiding doing them. You're avoiding speaking about them. And I can give you a few examples. Maybe you're saying, I'm going to love myself when I lose weight, or I need to lose weight so I can feel good about myself. But then you keep avoiding that step of going to the gym or joining a membership or just starting to change eating habits. Let's say you are certain and aware, since we spoke about awareness last week, that you need help emotionally, but you are avoiding asking for help, be it by a mentor, a coach, a psychiatrist, whatever it is that you are needing. You know that you need that help, but you are avoiding that step. So being honest with yourself and making a list, and those lists, the list can be simple and it can be long as it feels true to you. If you are avoiding paying bills because you don't like it, or you feel like you don't want to do it, that's a task that you don't want to do, and you wait for the last minute to do it, and then you feel rushed and you feel stressed, that's a way for you to not treat you well. So we need to pay attention to what are those things that are stressing us, what are the things that we are avoiding, because those little tasks matter. When we are not doing those things, when we are avoiding taking those steps, that's when we start judging ourselves. We start judging every little part of us that is not doing, quote unquote, what we are supposed to do. And when we are not, quote unquote, and I say quote unquote because you're not supposed to do anything that you don't want to do, but then at the same time, if you are judging yourself for not doing them, that's when your morale start going down. You start feeling less than, you start feeling like you're not doing good enough, and then you're going to feel like you're lacking love. So this is an easy way for you to start feeling good about yourself, so you can start cultivating self-trust. Because if you know that you are taking responsibility for the things that you know you need to do, and you say, I am going to do this, and you do it, then you can start creating that trust within yourself. So the next time you say, I am going to leave this job because it's not bringing me happiness, or I'm going to leave this partner, or I'm going to start this business or this project, you're going to start trusting yourself. Little things like that are the ones that create the trust. And the self-trust is needed for us to fully connect with that inner love. So please make that step. Make the list. What are you avoiding? And I want you to make it as long as possible. All the little things, maybe it's just cleaning out your kitchen. Whatever it is that you are avoiding, I want you to make a list. If you are avoiding to take this step to get healthy, to eat the good foods, to go to the gym, if you're avoiding having a conversation, sometimes we avoid uncomfortable conversation. We don't want to be uncomfortable. So we avoid the person. And instead of being honest, we find ways to move around. But inside of us, we feel that we are not being fully authentic with ourselves and other people. And that takes away from your self-love, because it's taking away from your truth. So I want you to be aware of those things and make a list, and I want you to choose. The second step is for you to choose 2 things that you want to commit to do. Taking responsibility means that now you are going to stop being the victim. You're going to stop victimizing yourself because you didn't do something and somebody else was supposed to do it. Taking responsibility is being honest with yourself. I am the only one who can make me happy. I am the only one who can make me better. I am the only one who can do this. And I am the only one who cares about this. So why am I giving it to someone else? So after you have the list and you choose two things, I want you to choose one that is easy to do. One that you can do this week. Maybe you've been putting off cleaning your apartment or cleaning your house or cleaning your closet, throwing out things that you no longer use. Something that you can physically do that doesn't require a lot of effort. Just a simple task. So you can start trusting yourself that you're capable of being responsible for you personally, physically, so then you can trust yourself when the big things are happening, that you can take responsibility for your own emotions. If you break up with someone, you know that you can take care of yourself. That yes, you can be heartbroken, but you can still take care of yourself because you are responsible for your emotions, because you take this step to heal, because when you say you're going to do something, you do it. That's the way that we can start getting stronger. That's the way that you become independent. And when I say independent, it's not only economically, but emotionally. You're not dependent on someone else to make you happy or make you feel good or make you feel lovable. You are already taking those things in your hands and making those steps so you can feel like that every day. And after you have that simple one, the easy one, and you decide, this is the one I'm going to commit to, I want you to think about something that is hard. Something that you've been wanting to do, that you always say that you're going to do it, but you don't. And then you put it off, and then you say next week, and the next month, and the next year, and before you know it's 5 years pass away and you haven't done it. I want you to choose something like that. And I want you to decide the due date for this thing, whatever that might be. So you can start holding yourself accountable. So the third step is for you to put those two things in the calendar. The easy one, you're going to choose a day from this week. That is Monday, so you have the whole week to do that. So from now to Sunday, I want you to do that easy step. What is that for you? Maybe you need to check and sort out your mail and throw out some stuff. Do that. That's going to make you feel better about yourself and give you the energy that you need to take that next step, the bigger step. And then the bigger goal, the bigger responsibility that I want you to take is something that you have been avoiding for a long time, but it makes you feel bad about yourself because you said that you were going to do this so many times and you haven't. So I want you to decide, what is this thing for you? And I promise you that it's going to make you feel empowered when you decide. Just the decision alone is very important, and to put it on your calendar. So if it's something that is going to take you 3 months, just put it on that date 3 months from now. From here to this date, I am going to be done with this, or it's going to be halfway done, however you decide. But I want you to put it on pen and paper and put it on your calendar, because when we write things down, we make them real. And then after you do that, you can start breaking it into little chunks, making small achievable steps to get you to that bigger goal, so you can celebrate in the same way that you're going to celebrate this week of that little thing. So since this is a self-love series, let's make it relatable to this topic. If you decided that you want to be healthier, but this is something that you always been putting it off, but it makes you feel less than. It doesn't make you feel good about yourself. It's always making you feel like you're not beautiful, you're not pretty enough, you're not healthy enough, you're not athletic enough, you cannot fit in the bathing suit, whatever that might be for you. I'm not sexy for my husband or my wife, whatever. but you don't do anything about it. There's no one to blame. And I don't even want you to blame yourself, because this exercise is not about blaming. It's about empowering you and reminding you that if you decide, you can accomplish. And when you accomplish, you can create trust. And when you create trust, you cultivate the self-love. Because we start to feel the love when we start treating ourselves with that love. You cannot say, I love myself, and then you are poisoning yourself with bad foods. You cannot say you love yourself and stay in the toxic relationship over and over and over. There's still a part of you that doesn't really embody and believes that love. So by you choosing and deciding, I am going to accomplish this thing by this day, and sticking to that, you can start rebuilding your self-trust. But it takes responsibility. You cannot leave your well-being, your health, and your happiness for someone else. When we become victims, then we are saying to the world, I'm not responsible for me. You make me happy. And you imagine how unattractive that is for the other person. Imagine someone tells you, it's your responsibility to make me happy all the time. It's your responsibility to get me to be healthy. It's your responsibility to make me feel good. It's going to get super heavy. So that's what we are avoiding. We no longer staying in this cycle of staying as a victim and cultivating that mentality that we are victim of our circumstances. There's always something you can do. And if you cannot do anything physically right now, if you feel that it is so much, that whatever you're struggling with is so heavy, you don't even know how to get out of there, maybe the step for you to take responsibility is to ask for help. Just reaching out to someone that you know that can help you. That can start changing your life. That can start changing your mentality. But I don't want you to forget how powerful you are, and that with a decision, you can start shifting everything around you. With that decision, you can start changing your vibration, and then your vibration is going to start changing your manifestation, your physical reality. So if you're here right now, if you're following me, hello Arlene, how are you, love? I want you to decide right now, I am going to be, and I am not even going to be, I am the only person responsible for my happiness. I am the only person responsible for my love and my self-love and my well-being. I am the only person responsible for my healing. I am so powerful that I can heal myself. I want you to say this out loud. I want you to take that responsibility back to you. One of the first things that I tell my clients is that I am not your guru. I'm not your healer. I am your guide. You are going to do the healing for you. You are going to heal yourself. I'm only going to teach you what I know, so you then can become your own coach. So then you can become your own healer. But you have to make that decision. You need to want it, and you need to decide, and you need to take responsibility that you no longer want to live in the space that you're living right now. And that takes courage, and is sometimes fearful, but it's needed. And if the only thing that you can say right now and write down is that I desire to have the courage to take responsibility for my life and my happiness and my well-being, so be it. Write that down. I desire, because those words are powerful. I desire to take responsibility for my life. I desire to heal. I desire to love myself unconditionally. And even though I don't know where to start, I desire that with all of me, with all of my bones. I want you to say it out loud. to declare this. Because when you make that declaration, the universe is going to meet you halfway. When you decide, I am taking responsibility for my happiness. I'm no longer going to be the victim of my parents because of the trauma or of my partner. I have power, and I am going to take my power back by taking responsibility for myself. And this is why I'm inviting you with these 3 steps to decide. So the first one is looking at those things that you are avoiding, making a list of all of the things that you are avoiding, you don't want to do. You say you're going to do it, but you don't do it, because those things are the ones that are helping you lose the trust, the self-trust within you. And then choosing an easy one that you can do this week from now to Sunday. Something that it can start the momentum of those shifts and those changes and get it done. And then choosing a hard one that you've been saying for ages that you are going to do. I'm going to start this business, or I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start, eating healthy, whatever. Choosing a hard one that you know that is being a struggle for you, and pick a day, a due date, that this is either going to be done or it's going to be half done, or you're going to be already in that momentum and that energy. And write it down, because your words, when you write it down, they have even more power. And read it to yourself. Read it to yourself every day. So if you're saying, I'm going to start a business, right? I want you to write it down. Like, my business is going to be registered by September 9th of 2022. It's going to be registered with a name, with a website, whatever it is that you envision that goal is. And if it's for your physical body, is that by September 9th, I'm going to have already a month in the gym doing 1 pull-up. I know I'm going a little bit on a reach, because it took me a year to be able to do like 3 pull-ups. But you know what I mean. Choose something that you really want, because when you really want it, you are going to stay committed. I know that I wanted to be able to pull myself. I wanted to do pull-ups. And it took me a long time, but I decided that I wanted to pull my weight. I wanted to be able to hold my weight. That was the only thing. I wanted to hold my weight. I wanted to be able that if I'm hanging off a cliff, I can hold myself for long enough until someone comes and rescue me. So that was the only thing that I knew. And I made that commitment, and I stayed committed, and I put that responsibility on me. I was not telling my friends. I was not going to a trainer telling you need to pull me until I can pull myself. I asked for help, yes, but I made the commitment, and I kept going, small chunks. And for many, many months, I thought that was never going to happen, but I never stopped trying. And this is what I'm inviting you to do. Never stop trying. If you are working towards loving yourself, don't stop doing those things that you know can get you there. And this is the reason I am making this series, because if you watch from the beginning to the end, I am giving you steps. Every Monday, I'm giving you 3 steps for you to follow, for you to practice, and the meditation, so you can start releasing the blocks, the misbeliefs, and all those things that are holding you back, so you can get there. But you need to do the work. Nobody can do it for you. So decide that you are going to take your power back, and you are going to be responsible for your life, for your well-being, for your love, and for your happiness. Ultimately, nobody else can make you happy but you. And if you make that your mantra, I am making myself happy every day, then you release that responsibility from others. You let them off the hook. You're not going to hold on tight to other people, feeling that you need to make me happy, or I'm happy when I'm around you, so don't leave me. You're going to let go of that. And that's when true freedom comes, because yes, we need people, but you're not going to feel like you need them to survive or to be happy or to be well. You're going to need them because you want to share that happiness with them. And the reason why I left responsibility as the 5th week is because we have been discovering and dismantling all those misbeliefs, opening up ourselves to actually look at our stuff. Many of the times we don't want to look at our stuff. We don't want to look at the ugly parts, at the parts that we are giving to other people, the parts that we are blaming other people. We don't want to look at that. We want to blame people, but we don't want to look at, why am I blaming my partner for my happiness? Why am I blaming him for my problems? Why am I blaming my parents? Yes, they traumatized me as a child, but now it's my responsibility to heal. It's not their responsibility to heal me. They cannot heal me from the space that they traumatized me. And many times we spend hours and hours in therapy complaining about the people that traumatize us. And that's part of healing. But if we stay only there and we don't take responsibility for our parts of healing, then we're always going to be there. We're always going to be blaming. We're never going to say, okay, I observed that. I was traumatized by this. Or I was hurt by this partner. I was hurt by this friend. I was betrayed. This is painful. But do you want to be happy or you want to be a victim? Because if you want to be a victim, you can stay there. You can keep blaming people. You can stay in the pain. You can stay in the shadows. But for how long? You can look at it for a few minutes. You can look at it for a few days, maybe a week or a month. But after that, after you cry that out, then what is the responsibility? Are you going to take responsibility and then you're going to start the healing process? Or you want to stay in the victim? You want to stay in that room? I'm a victim. They hurt me. This is why I don't love myself. This is why I do what I do. This is why I'm eating the way I'm eating. This is why I'm not moving, because my partner cheated on me, or because my parents traumatized me as a child, or because my family doesn't love me, or because I was fired by, my boss. Whatever that story for you is, this is the invitation to let go of the story, because it's no longer serving you, and to take responsibility for your happiness and your healing. So I hope that this serves you. We're going to go into the meditation. If you want to join me on the meditation, we are going to pay attention to what is those things. What are those things that you are avoiding? What are those things that it's time? It's time for you to look at. It's time for you to let go of. It's time for you to take responsibility for. So I'm inviting you to take a seat. For those of you here, thank you. I'm sweating as usual. Let me dry my sweat. Okay. Let's close our eyes and take a deep breath. Palms up. If you can be seated with your spine straight, let's just roll our shoulders. Let's release the day. Taking a deep breath and releasing. Taking another deep breath and letting it go. One more breath like this, into the nose, out of the mouth. Let's just be present with the body, present with your feet planted on the floor. Take a deep breath into the nose, expanding the belly. And slowly breathing out the nose. And take a deep breath all the way into the belly. And observe the air, how it's traveling, how it's soothing your body. And as you're breathing out, exhaling slowly through the nose, relaxing your legs, having your feet planted on the floor, paying attention, how do they feel? If there's any pain, if there's any stress, just observe your body. If there's any discomfort, and take a deeper breath, deep, deep, deep into the belly, expanding your lungs, observing the air, being present, and slowly breathing out. And let's make the intention to be honest. Being honest with yourself, to be open, to look at those things that you are avoiding, the ones that you don't talk about, the things that you blame other people for. Whatever comes to mind, just observe and let it go. And take a breath, deep, deep, deep into the belly. And breathing out slowly. What am I avoiding? And take a breath. And breathing out slowly. Where am I being a victim? Take a breath. Just observe what comes to mind. This is a moment for you to observe. Observing your mind, observing your thoughts. What are those things coming up? We observe them and let them go. And take a breath. And slowly release. Relaxing your legs. And as you breathe deeply, opening your chest a little bit more. Allowing yourself to take in more air. And let's invite someone into this meditation. Who are you blaming? Who are you blaming for your lack of self-love? Who are you blaming for your situation, for your trauma? Let's invite them into this meditation. And breathe deeply. And slowly release. And observe them coming into the room. And if you're blaming yourself, observe yourself in the mirror. And breathe. Deep, deep, deep belly breath. And observe the feelings that come up with the image of this person. There's more than one. How do you feel in their presence? And take a breath. And just observe. Just feel. Just feel their energy, how they make you feel. And if you're looking at yourself, observe. What am I judging of myself? What am I blaming you for? Breathe deeply. expanding the belly, relaxing your back and your shoulders, allowing yourself to be present with this moment, with this feeling, and breathe. And release. What is the first thing that comes to mind? What is the blame? Is it anger? Is it sadness? Disbelief? Betrayal? Trauma? Just pay attention and breathe. What is the first thing that comes to mind? Are you angry? Then just say it. Say it out loud. I'm so angry at you. And breathe. I feel betrayed by you. And breathe. Take a breath. Allow the words to come out of your mouth. Whatever the feelings, whatever the emotions, just give yourself permission, for the first time maybe, to say it out loud. Let it out of your body. And take a deep breath. Deep, deep into the belly. And slowly breathing out. Allowing yourself to relax and release. There's more that you need to say. Just say it. Don't hold back. Let it out. Let it out of your throat. Release that tension from your jaw. If you have to move it, just move it. Adjust it. Move your body. And take a breath. Expanding the belly. Releasing those emotions from your body. Letting it go. Slowly. As you breathe. And release. Look at that person and look at yourself. And speak. I no longer want to feel this. And breathe. I no longer will give you my power. And breathe. I no longer will make you responsible for my happiness. And breathe. And if you're telling this to yourself, tell this to the part of you that you're judging, the pain, the shame. I no longer hold you responsible for my healing. Take a breath. I release you from my attachments. And take a breath. I let go of the victimization from your actions. And take a breath. I am taking back my power. And take a breath. I am powerful. Say it out loud. I am powerful. Take a breath. I am responsible for my healing. Take a breath. I take responsibility for my life. And take a breath. I'm taking my power back to heal, to love myself unconditionally, to shine. And take a breath. I no longer need your permission to be happy. And take a deeper, deeper breath into the belly. Today I declare that I am powerful and I am willing to take responsibility for my well-being, for my health, for my joy. I take responsibility for my peace. And I make the intention to release the pain associated with you, with this trauma, with this betrayal, with this anger. Today I make the intention to let it go. Take a deep breath into the belly and release. Deep, deep breath into the belly. And release. And observe them moving away from you. And if you're looking at yourself in the mirror, observe yourself, that part of yourself that you judge, the part of yourself that you victimize. Observe it getting stronger, but with love, not hate. Coming back into your spirit. Releasing the shame. Remembering your holiness, remembering your power, being present with God, with love, with the universe. Take a breath. And release. And you can look at them. If you're looking at other people, you can forgive them. Even if right now you don't feel it, just say it out loud. I forgive you. And take a deep breath. I forgive you. I forgive the actions that caused me pain. I release you. I cut the cords to this trauma and this pain. Take a breath. Deep, deep breath into the belly. And cut the cord. Imagine yourself just cutting the cords to this pain, to these people. Dissolving the connection, dissolving the attachment, releasing yourself, giving yourself the freedom to take responsibility. Observe how this cord is dissolving. And they look far, far away from you, like they no longer exist. Your energy is clear. There's no need to hold on to this. And take a breath deep, deep into the belly. And release. One more time, deep, deep into the belly. And release. Give yourself a moment to feel this freedom, to be present with your power. And repeating one more time, I am powerful and I take responsibility for my well-being. And breathe. Take a deep breath into the belly, all the way in. Start moving your toes, your fingers. You can start moving your shoulders, your neck. And take a deep breath. Breathing out of the mouth. One more time, a deep, deep breath in through the nose, out of the mouth with a sigh. And slowly take your time to open your eyes. Moving your body. Allowing yourself to release whatever you was ready to release. Being present with the body. Have some water if you have it handy. As we were releasing some stuff, I sure feel extremely loopy. And I hope that you were able to connect and you were able to release whatever was ready to let go of, and to remember that you're powerful, that you're lovable, and that your happiness, your well-being, and your joy is your responsibility. And that when you decide from your core, from your being, from your spirit, the universe meets you and start bringing you opportunities to cultivate that happiness and that well-being. Thank you so much. Thank you. A mindful breath experience. Thank you. Thank you. Love you, mommy. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm going to see you next Monday. And you can join me on Wednesday. We're going to be doing responsibility in Spanish. So if you want to join me on Wednesday, sorry, I was reading. I am going to be doing the live in Spanish on Wednesday. If you want to join me next Monday, we are going to be doing the last part of the self-love series next Monday. And I'll be announcing the subject for that. I already know it, but I'll let you know then. And if you find this helpful, please share with your friends. I want to share this series with as many people as possible because I feel that it can help to cultivate love and your inner power, and to fully connect you with who you are and who you came here to be. So I really appreciate if you decide to share it. And if you want to work with me, you can send me a message. I'm accepting 3 more people for the month of July. So if you're ready to work with me and go deeper into this work, send me a message and I'll let you know all about how we can take this journey together. So I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful week and a beautiful night. And I see you soon. Bye. Mwah.